Hey, welcome to Time to Shine Today, podcast episode 28. Level up the questions you ask yourself. This is Scott Ferguson. Let's level up. Hey, welcome Time to Shine squad. Should I say my varsity squad and my Fergie fanatics. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode. Yesterday, we went into a little bit about challenges, and today, to challenge ourselves, I wanted to parlay it into leveling up the questions we ask ourselves, which is the most critical part of anybody's repertoire with leveling up their life. When you think about questions, you're always thinking about questions you're going to ask someone you meet, or someone you're going to start dating, or someone you're interviewing. Those are great questions, and I went through great questions you can ask in networking events before with the Ford acronym. I went through questions that you can ask somebody to help them get business, who's a perfect, prospect, contact, or connection for them. But the most important questions are the ones you ask yourself, period. Bottom line, they're the most important questions are the ones you ask yourself. All the influential people, all the ballers out there, they're always asking themselves very hard questions on how they can level up their life and serve other people. I mentioned a little bit in my last podcast about challenging yourself and the questions you ask, but I'm going to get into it a little bit more and reiterate that everything is a question. I mean, everything. You could be laying in bed and have to go to the bathroom and you're asking yourself, should I get up and go? Do I want to turn the light on when I go to dilate my pupils? It's going to hurt. You're asking your question, should I get out of bed in the morning to go work out, to go walk your dog, to stretch? Everything's a question. When you're driving down the road, am I going to make a left here? Should I use my turn signal? Everything's a question. You might think that you're just going through motions, but all those motions come from answering questions of your past and your past experiences. So when you ask yourself hard questions and challenge yourself, you're going to make yourself stronger, or like David Goggins might say, you're going to callous your mind by going through hard times. And if you challenge yourself with tough questions, hard times are inevitable, period. There's absolutely no way that you're going to be able to level up your life without asking yourself hard questions. The quote that I kind of came across yesterday, triggered this a little bit, goes as such, and it's unknown. I have no idea who wrote this. I Googled it. I could not find anything. But it says, knowledge is having the right answer. Intelligence is asking the right questions. That's pretty powerful if you really think about that. Knowledge is having the right answer. Intelligence is asking the right questions. How do you get the right answer, though? How do you get the right answer to take your business from closing, say, $1 million a year to $2 million to $3 million? How do you get there? Okay, so you're going to start with your goal of $3 million. Okay, how do you get to $3 million? What do you have to do tomorrow to get to $3 million? What questions do you have to ask yourself to get up earlier, to read and educate yourself to fit that time in the day to attain that goal? There's no way you're just going to go through the motions and do it. You're going to ask yourself super powerful questions to level up your life. I'm not going to go too long with this. All I'm going to ask you is ask yourself powerful questions. You are what you think about most of the time. But how does that come about? By the questions you ask yourself. So I'm starting to get redundant and probably a little bit boring, so I'm really going to just make this a short knowledge nugget for the day. But go to our Facebook group, Time to Shine Today, and put in the hard questions that you ask yourself. And I would love to see it, because I'll probably pick up a little bit from you on how to level up the questions that I ask myself. All right, I'm going to jump. Again, this is a really short knowledge nugget, but I just really wanted to get it out there about asking yourself powerful questions. So let's fire up our day, level up your health, level up your wealth, because it's your time to shine. Fire up. Hey, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Time to Shine Today. If you're a business owner or professional who would like to be interviewed on our podcast, please visit timetoshinetoday.com/guest. If you like this episode, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to our website. Also there, you will see our recommended resources. We hope you will help support our show by supporting them. If you like what you've been listening to, it'd be great if you could just give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe while you're at it. I'm your host, Scott Ferguson. Until next time, level up. It's your time to shine.